How you guys doing? Welcome back to Tuna Tech. It's been a little while. I took a little vacation, but I'm going to unbox a phone that was supposed to come with me on vacation, but it got delayed. So, without further ado, okay, so this phone company is another Chinese company, one that is not banned or not fully banned as of yet. But this phone was released beginning of July, earlier in China, but in the United States and globally at the beginning of July. This is the ZTE Axon 40 Ultra. So 40 is a number here. They have many Axons before this, and ZTE always tends to put everything that can stick to the wall, throw everything against the wall and see what sticks and put it into a phone. And this is no exception. But there's some few interesting things about this phone you guys may like to know about. So, what is ZTE? Well, they're a Chinese company associated with a lot of phones. Most recently, it's the Axon 30, which had an under-screen camera, one of the first selfie cameras ever under the screen. And while the picture quality wasn't the greatest, it was something that no one else was really doing or not doing that well. Like I said, this phone is available nationwide and globally. It is available to purchase in the United States, so it's not a global phone you have to import. This has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. There's an 8 gig RAM with 128 gigs of ROM and a 12 gig RAM version with 256 gigabytes of RAM or ROM. This is the 8 gig version. It has Android 12, which that's one stickler point with this brand, is I don't know how well the updates will be. They're not particularly quick or up to date most of the time, but I'm hoping one of these times that will change. It's got a 6.8 inch full HD AMOLED curved glass with 120 Hz and an under display fingerprint reader and under display camera, selfie camera. For the cameras, this is the unique part about this phone. They have a, let me see if I can figure what it's called here. The cameras on this, there's 3 of them, and they're each 64 megapixels, okay? And they call it the Trinity or the Humanity triple camera system. This is the first phone that I'm aware of that's using the new Sony IMX787 sensor, and it's a 64 megapixel ultrawide, wide, and telephoto. So to me, it seems like the camera is a pretty good setup. So the rear has, like I said, 64 plus 64 ultra wide and angle, and it's got a 64 megapixel periscope. It's got laser focus, and the front under the display camera is a 16 megapixel. It's got a 500 milliamp hour battery with 65 watt fast charging, no wireless charging, so keep that in mind. It's got a USB Type-C 3.1. It uses Type-C charging, obviously, and Nano plus Nano SIM. It only comes in one color, which is black, and that's pretty much it. You got your standard stereo speakers and all that stuff, but the cameras are what's supposed to set this apart, and the pictures and renders I have seen thus far kind of make it look like it's a Samsung ripoff, which we know for a fact that a lot of Chinese companies also try to mimic or copy, and sometimes mimicking and copying is a very big form of flattery, but also a form of innovation in the way that they can kind of make things a little different, make them theirs, or make them even better. So that's leave some comments what you think about that, but a lot of companies have been copying Apple and Samsung for years. So this is the Axon 40 Ultra. As you can see, the 40 is in the kind of embossed gold. You have ZTE here and the name of the company, or the phone. You got just ZTE Axon 40 Ultra 5G. I don't know why they put the 5G there. We all know it's ridiculous. On the back you have this is the 8 gig 128, and it's in black, the only color they offer. And then again, Axon ZTE. And on the back you just have some warning about radiation, some Snapdragon labeling and all that. So without further ado, I know some of you guys in the comments get kind of mad when I stare at the box too long and not open it, but let's see if I can get this thing open. It's a little like glued together. That's kind of strange. Let's open it up. All right. So right off the bat, we have the phone on top. Inside the packaging, the first little box we have here, some ejection tool. You got your warranty information, some books, some pamphlets. And this is what I like. A lot of people say, you know, why doesn't Samsung include cases? Well, here's why. These Chinese brands know that their phones aren't going to sell like Samsung's or Apple's, at least in the US. So by including a case, we can be protected without having to try to import a Chinese knockoff or go to Amazon not knowing how good it is. It's a basic flimsy case, but it's nice to have it included, especially with a phone that's not going to be as popular as your mainstream phones. I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to say it, but as you can see here, you got a little headphone, USB Type-C headphone adapter. I'm not going to really open that. I don't think anybody really cares about that. You got a 65-watt charger included. Yes, I know, Apple, blah, 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 Google, no one includes them, you know, whatever. But it's nice to see that someone still does, because if you don't have a charger or you want to charge it at recommended full capacity, it would be nice. And then this is just your USB C to C charging cable. So again, a lot of companies are just including the cable and not both, but it's still, again, nice to see we have that. Put that down and back in there, get this off the side. Now, this is the phone, so I'm going to go ahead and open that. So right off the bat, I'm going to take this off camera, peel this little sticker off here. Right off the bat, guys, this is the camera, this is the phone. So big screen, curved screen over the edges on both sides, but it does have a screen protector installed, which is nice. And I don't know if you can see, there's a little cutout in the screen protector, and that's the under display selfie camera. On one side, you really don't have anything. On the top, you have an IR blaster and a top speaker. On the bottom, you have your SIM tray, USB Type-C, and bottom firing speaker. And on the other side, you get your power button and your volume rockers. What's interesting is, I understand that this IR port is pretty popular overseas, not as popular in the US. You don't see a lot of phones including it. I haven't seen anything in the US where the US version of this actually works. So if it works, I know some people that will be interested in that. So that's the front. Now, this is what's interesting. So you see this huge camera bump, and it is big. And you have your periscope zoom. You got your wide and ultra right here, all 64 megapixels. But if you can hear this, it's like a matte. I don't know if it's plastic. It feels like plastic, but maybe it's aluminum or metal. But it's matte, and it doesn't pick up fingerprints, and it doesn't slide out of your hand. I mean, it's nice, and even that screen protector's kind of got some grip to it. So let's turn this on and see if it's got any juice. Unfortunately, I was going to take this with me to vacation so I can text the cameras out on the beach, but it didn't come in time, so I didn't get to do that. And as you can see, this fingerprint, this screen protector is quite fingerprint sensitive. So as you can see, it goes top to bottom. This is ZTE's MYOS. That's their scan over top of Android. Like I said before, I'd be interested to see what the update schedule is for this. But in addition to the phone, I'm not sure if they're still doing it. At one point, they were saying if you pre-order, you can get, there's a coupon floating around for like $1, you get $50 off. And then they also included a free Bluetooth speaker. Now, I don't know they make Bluetooth speakers, but I'm going to go ahead and unbox this little thing. It's kind of funny, and if I get a chance, I'll do some video magic and then you can hear what it sounds like. But here is the speaker that it comes with. It's called the Wireless Speaker Multifunction Portable Model FO. And if you can see the picture, it says rock. And it's definitely a small speaker. I don't even see any. There you go. Gift from ZTE. And it says wireless FM radio, microphone, headphone, and micro SD. I don't know if it has all that stuff in it, but it's a wireless speaker. And let's see what it says on the back here. Yeah, I don't see anything about it. There's some specs if you want to just read them. I'm not going to put them up on the screen later because this is just technically a free gift. So first off, you get a little charging cable, and it's micro USB, so it's not even USB Type-C. And then, oh wow, this is interesting. So you got some rubberized feet on the bottom. You got a little lanyard here so you can swing it around. It's all white, and it's like got a rubbery feel to the front, and it says rock. And I don't even, maybe you guys can tell me what that is on the front there, but I see a guitar here. You got your ZTE light up and down. I'm gonna assume this is power. I don't think it's gonna have it. Oh. So it's got some power. So let me try to pair this with my phone and we'll see what it sounds like. All right guys, so this speaker, before I did my magic here, you heard that like the noise it makes? I have a JBL little portable speaker on my backpack, and it sounds exactly the same. So I'm going to assume that they just throw things together, but just a little more things about this. You got a volume up, power, a little sticker that says ZTE. You got a little blue light now that I'm connected to my phone. It's got the stuff on the front. On the back, you got a micro SD card slot and your charging port. And it does say if you just tapping the power button goes to your mode, like Bluetooth, FM. I went to the FM, I didn't hear anything, but I got some duty-free music here, and we're going to just play it. That noise you're making, it's only 20% battery, so it's almost dead, but we'll play some music and let you know what it sounds like. So this is on full volume on my phone, but I'm going to turn it up on the speaker. That's at full volume. So I didn't charge it, but it sounds loud for the size, but again, it's a cheap knockoff of whatever. I mean, you hit this button right here, like this is not, I tap it once. Stops the music, pauses the music, but it's a speaker. I'll try to throw it to the kids, let them have it, but that's it. This is the ZTE Axon 40 Ultra, and a free ZTE speaker included. If you want to know more about this, it's $7.99 for the 8 gig version, and it's $8.99 for the 12 gig version. I'll leave a link in my description of where to go to get this. I don't know if there's any coupon codes left. I don't have any affiliate links, but check it out. And if you want more information on camera samples or maybe even a review, let me know in the comments and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching, guys.